Now, when it comes to, there was some mention there, and I think these would be the mention of possibly separating from the current structure. If there's backlash, it's going to be around those comments, and I think that naturally for most of us, that would make us uncomfortable. We do have to ask ourselves, is this because we're colonized or whatever, and we need to bring that to the Lord in prayer? And I am one who still believes that just as God called Israel to be his vehicle to transmit salvation, I do believe that Adventism is that vehicle as well. I think Professor Kevin, I think his name is Kevin Burton. I think he teaches at Southern. Not Keith Burton.
Okay.
Not Keith Burton. This is a white gentleman. I believe his name is Kevin Burton. And if somebody knows that, but he did some work to show how there was a shift in Adventism. So in other words, Adventism has been hijacked. The early Adventists were abolitionists. That's not to say that there still wasn't prejudice in the church at that time, but the primary leaders were abolitionists, and many of them were saw Black people as their equals. And then there was a shift that happened after 1865. Now, I say all that to say that I do believe that, and so there is this hope for me that Adventism does not become what happened to the church of the Hebrews, the Judaism. There is that hope for me. And here's one question from just more of a practical standpoint that I have. When you look at the statistics, Black and brown people are actually the majority in the global church. Do you see us being able to dismantle within this current structure white sovereignty in this institution by uniting and mobilizing the Pan-African diaspora and other brown people? Do you see that? I want to hear your thoughts on a path forward in a little bit, but do you see that being able to happen in this current structure? And just a couple of statistics: in North America, 37% are white, 32% are Black, 15% are Hispanic. So we have 47% Black and Hispanic, and 37% white. What are your thoughts on that, man? I know I said a mouthful, but that is basically, do you see if we can do some inner work, we can work to dismantle and recreate something by the Spirit in this institution?
No.